What's up guys? So today we're going to be doing some more work on Wago. I just finished cleaning off the rest of the old motor mount that was on this side. There's still some that I had to grind off. So got the rest of that ground off, and then there was also this little piece up here that we air hammered off. That one was kind of hard to get to. And then I actually just took my TIG welder, and there were some spots where my air hammer had gouged like into the side of the frame right here. Gouged it pretty deep, so what I did was I took the TIG welder and I welded some beads into that gouge to kind of fill it back up and grinded that flat again, just so when we paint back over it you don't see that anymore. So that's all good. And then I also took the mount, and this is a different mount, I'll get into that in just a second, but I took this mount and got it in place and just kind of outlined where this is going to be, and then ground off all the paint to get ready to weld this guy on. And that's where we're at. But yeah, like I said, this is a different mount. This is actually the Hasport mount. So in the last video I said that I was gonna see where they were at on developing the mounts for a K20 all-wheel drive swap into a wagon, and I was originally gonna go with the Innovatives. We run Innovatives in the minivan in my hatch, and they're great mounts, but like I said, I saw that Hasport was working on them, and I ended up talking to them, and they said that they're gonna have the mounts done in just a few days. So I figured it would be best if I just waited a couple days, wait for them to get the mounts all done, so then I don't have to make a custom mount for the back if I were to use the Innovatives, and it would just make it a lot easier and probably save me time overall, and then I know the mounts will be 100% ready to go. So that's exactly what I did, and I was talking to them, and they actually went ahead and sent me this piece already. This is the only piece I have, but I told them it would be nice if I could get just this piece, so that I could at least get it in place, welded on, and get the engine bay prepared for when they do have the other mount ready. They're working on the back mount right now, so I guess their kit still uses the factory Hasport mounts, the same on each side, just like an EF swap would be, but they had to make a custom rear mount. So they sent this one over, and just getting it ready to go on, which it is now ready to go on, so we're gonna go ahead and get it bolted on, and then get some stitch welds ran just to hold it in place. And then that will be all ready to go. Then we're gonna finish cleaning up the rest of the engine bay and get it all primered, and then get some paint on it. And then once the transmission comes, which that should be here next week, I was expecting it yesterday actually, but I guess it got delayed a couple days. Once that comes in, we'll be able to get everything mounted up, and the engine bay will just be ready to go from there.
Because it needs some love.
You cut that yourself?
Put it in. Go in a ponytail and I just like
nope.
get it off.
Just hacked it right off.
Yeah. Nope. Like I went to run and I could feel the like air pushing me back.
Oh, so it was.
Yeah, it's an aerodynamic thing.
It's like when you cut the holes in the Civic bumper.
Right.
That parachute effect,
yeah, the parachute.
Slowing you down.
I'm trying to walk.
You just gotta go.
I did too.
Did you use a razor blade?
No, like Sean had some scissors in this toolbox. She looks prepped.
Yeah, she's ready to go. We just got this mount welded on.
You didn't say it was already painted.
Yeah, not yet.
It's done.
Right.
Just needs to clear.
Yeah, we just got that guy welded on.
Oh, nice. That looks good.
All right, so we left off with getting this passenger side mount all welded up. It was really easy. All you have to do is set it in place, and then you line it up with two pre-existing threaded holes, get that bolted in place, and then you actually need to go ahead and throw some stitch welds all the way around it. I have seen a lot of people weld these all the way around, but I was watching some other videos on K-swapping EFs, and a lot of people just recommend to run stitch welds, so that's exactly what I did. Just ran about 1-inch stitch welds all the way around with my TIG welder. I even welded on the inside of this little circle right here. I didn't bother to do any along the bottom. I don't think that was really necessary, and it's pretty hard to get to down there, but got some stitch welds all the way around. I wasn't able to get any welds on this inside part right here, even with my MIG welder, and I actually did weld some on the inside right there with the MIG welder, because that's all I could get down in there, but it should be plenty strong. Got some stitch welds back here. I think these back ones are kind of important. Try to keep the stress off of it from bending forward like that, but it's definitely not going anywhere. That's all welded, ready to go, and we've actually spent about 2 hours getting the engine bay ready to be painted, and right now we are at the point where we are ready to start masking everything up. We pulled the AC condenser into the car. There was a harness along with that we pulled into the car, the throttle cable, pulled that into the car, or got that out of the car actually. There was also the speedo cable, the manual speed cable, pulled that into the car. There was another wiring harness over here that we pulled into the car. The clutch line we're just going to mask out of the way because it's kind of hard to get to, so we're not going to mess with that. And same with the rear wiper motor. This is like the rear washer wiper motor. It sends water to the back to clean the back window. Just going to tuck that out of the way and get it masked off. We had to disconnect the, I forgot what this is called. It's like the brake, I forgot. You know the name of that thing? Where all the brake lines go together. It has a name, but I forgot the name of it. It's like the proportion valve or something. Proportioning valve, I think that's what it's called. Got that off of there, and we're going to mask all that up. And then got all the brake lines off of the frame. Gonna tape those guys off. I'm probably just gonna paint over all these little plastic fittings like these guys right here because they're kind of hard to get off without breaking, so I'm just gonna paint over those. There was a whole bunch of other little ones everywhere scattered out that just left little holes. It would be nice to fill up those holes, but I'm not going too crazy with the engine bay. So just popped a lot of those little plastic tabs off that hold harnesses down and stuff like that. But she's pretty much ready to go. So we're gonna go ahead and start masking everything off. Brent actually just got here and he's helping us with the Honda back over there. We'll get more into that later. He's trying to set up some two-step for the next time we take it to the track. But for right now, me and Emilio are going to start getting her all masked up, and then we'll get it painted. All right, we got her all masked off. Now she's ready for some paint.
No, it looks better already.
Yeah, dude, it looks so much better. Just primer.
Right.
Looks good, dude. This can is so hard to push. My finger's so worn out. I've been using my thumb now. Almost through the whole can though. Dude, Wago's gonna have the best engine bay
Right.
out of all my cars.
Man, she's looking clean.
Oh yeah, it's coming out so good.
Bro, the hatch is just sitting over there all sad.
No, she's just watching. All this attention not on her.
Yeah.
She's like the first child that doesn't get any love anymore.
She's being neglected, bro.
Yeah.
The baby gets all the attention.
I know, she's like, why don't you
The
give
newborn.
me that game?
Don't
Her time will come.
don't worry, Hatch. It'll come soon.
Don't worry, you're still faster.
Cause there's no motor in this thing.
Yeah. I don't know once it gets to the K.
All-wheel
Pretty
drive?
close with
Woo.
the high. At least in quarter-mile time. I don't know about trap speed, but Wago's gonna get it.
Now the rest of the car is gonna get some love.
Yeah. After I'm doing the bay, dude, I realized the whole car could use a paint job. It would be sick if I did. Just make Wago nice and clean. You know, and I didn't even really want to go like crazy with the engine bay, but
I know.
even
That's
the
what
little
you said.
amount that we did, like it's coming out really good.
That's
I feel
what-
like we did like an average amount, you know, we didn't go crazy with it, but we also took some time with
Yeah,
something.
at least you got everything off the firewall, so it's gonna look real nice.
Yeah, dude, it's gonna come out sweet as long as I don't mess up the clear.
What does it say on the cam, bro? Are you sure you're qualified to
Don't worry about that, dude.
Are you sure you're qualified?
Don't worry about it. Getting ready to put the clear coat on. And the cap does say professional use only. So I mean, if I hit the button and it comes out,
then that means you're a professional.
yeah, else it wouldn't work, obviously. So.
It knows.
We're about to find out. But this is like some really good clear coat. Back when I used to work at a body shop, they're like, if you do it out of the can, at least use this stuff. It's like a 2-part clear. You have to take this little cap off on the top. You put this on the bottom. You like hit this part down and it activates it. And it's only good for the first day you use it, and after that, it's done. So, it's like a $20 can of clear coat.
What is that, like the hardener when you hit the button?
Yeah, I'm not sure what it does.
I think it is. It just makes, like, lets the hardener in there.
Yeah,
So
probably.
it dries
So
it.
dries.
Yeah. I mean, that'd be
Yeah.
my guess.
Someone will know. You need the first layer really light. Bro, we need some masks. Damn. Came out really good. It's kind of hard to tell on camera, but it looks really good. It's got the last layer of clear on, and it's pretty dry, but we're still gonna let it dry for a while before we start taking everything off. But I am happy with that.
Looks good. Dang.
Wago's gonna be looking good.
Yeah. It's all shiny.
Cleanest engine bay you got, bro.
Engine bay came out really good on Wago. I'm really happy with it. The clear looks amazing for being out of a rattle can. I am very pleased, and I am by no means a professional at this, but it is looking really good. Way better than it did before, so should be pretty good. There's very minimal orange peel, but if you were to see the car in person, it looks really good. So yeah, really happy with that. I still have to paint this front piece right here though. Ran out of paint, so I'll have to get some more made. Actually, I just ran out of clear. I still have some of the color, but I need to get some more clear to paint this guy right there. Can do that later since it's a separate piece. And I did want to show you guys where I got these cans at if you guys didn't understand how I did it in the last video. So all you have to do is find your paint code, and on Wago it's right here on the inside of the door, like most cars. Then you just bring them that code. Went over to Napa, that's where I did it. Take that over to Napa, and then they can actually mix you up some paint, and you can either get it separate so you can put it in a gun later on, or if you don't have a gun like me, they can actually put it into an aerosol can like this one, and you can spray it on yourself. This is really nice if you have some touch-up spots that you want to take care of. And I knew about this a long time ago because back when I first got Wago, it had a gaping rust hole right here. All the wagons tend to rust on this spot right here, right behind the passenger or the rear door. This is like the dog leg right here. I could stick my hand completely through this, and I actually cut all that out. If I have some pictures, I'll throw them in real quick. But I completely cut all of that out, and I re-welded a new piece on there. And I did this about 3 years ago, and it is just now starting to come through. Actually, I didn't do a perfect job, and you can see some of the rust starting to poke through because I didn't grind enough of the rust off. You need to get it all the way off, and I guess I didn't get to all of it. So there is some rust coming through. I need to redo that, and I knew about this trick because I paint matched that way back when I first got the wagon. This was about 3 years ago, and I need to redo that side. And then this side is also starting to get pretty bad right here as well. When I first got this car, this spot was really tiny, and it has spread over the years. I want to cut that out, cut out any other little rust spots on Wago, and get her cleaned up, and eventually make Wago really nice and clean. There's also some rust on the bottom of the door right here. I might actually just have to get a whole new door because it's more complicated than it looks, because the rust starts to open up the metal right here. I mean, you could probably cut that out and add a piece, but it might just not ever look the same. If I did find a whole new door, it'd probably be easier just to do that. But yeah, I'd love to fix up Wago, make her nice and clean. She's slowly getting there, But yeah, I thought that was cool because I didn't know you could just get your paint match in a can like that. So it was really handy to know about that in case you guys were wondering. Just got Wago pushed back in. Tomorrow I think I'm gonna grab another can of that clear and go over a couple more spots that I think just didn't get quite enough, because there are some spots that I think got just the right amount, and there is almost zero orange peel. Like this shock tower came out really good, but right behind it right here, you can see some orange peel right there. I think that's just from not enough coverage, because on this shock tower as well, it came out really, really good. Pretty much no orange peel at all on that one. But there's just some spots here and there that I think could use a little more. But I ran out, so grab more of that tomorrow. I'll leave all this stuff masked off. But overall, it came out really, really good. Really happy with that. But right now we're actually getting ready to take the hatch out and the Honda. Me and Amelia are just gonna go up to a meet tonight, have a good time, and I guess Brent still needs some more work with it.
Yeah.
Needs to do some more stuff to get that translator working.
Yeah. It's
But
getting there.
yeah, we'll get that figured out another day.
Yeah. Tomorrow.
We'll show some more of that, because we need to get the two-step working.
Yeah.
Take her back to the track.
Got 2 days. What is it? 3 days. No, 2 days.
Yeah. Here we are.
You throw a K in the inside already.
Oh, it's going down. I have a K24A2 already, and I got a K20 head, so I got the stuff.
That'll be the next
Well, if you're
Yeah.
too busy, bring it over. Whip it out for you.
That's what needs done, honestly, because I'm.
They heard it.
Yeah.
Just bring it over.
Yeah, now I.
Yeah, once I get my
Now it's
wagon
locked
going,
in.
I'll do it.
Nice.
Just leave it here right now and take his van.
Just take the Rousey.
He has to do it.
I know. I need to put the bigger axles in the Rousey anyway.
Yeah, it needs bigger axles and that intake manifold gasket still.
Yeah. And then the road to tens.
World's fastest Odyssey.
Yeah.
We all need to be in the 10s or lower.
Yours will do it easy.
Oh yeah, Honda's there. It's just a good launch away.
Yeah. Those tires are ridiculous.
Honda should be in the 10s. Wago's gonna be in 10s. The hatch is already in deep 10s. The Insight will be in the
Yeah,
10s. The minivan will be in the
It barely
10s.
gets out of its own way right now.
It needs
Yeah, I know. Electric motor's dead, so it doesn't go nowhere.
All of our cars are gonna be 10-second cars.
That's the goal.
So we can just give any one of them to Vin Diesel.
We'll just check. That's scooters.
Oh, Hayden's scooter? Oh, dude, I need to throw in some clips we got of him the other day jumping it, or why it was actually jumping
It's
it.
like some Mad Max scooter right
It
here.
is Mad Max.
It's so jank.
Did he put the tank there or was it?
No, I guess that's just where it is.
It's in the back like that.
Yeah, this is Hayden's pit ped. My pit bike has a flat, or else I'd go smoke him right now.
He needs like a steam pump.
How's electric start though?
And
You have to gas it a little bit. Oh. Sorry, Hayden. That's centrifugal clutch. My bad. Oh no, it broke the seat.
nothing happened, bro.
He's gonna be like, you assholes.
Did you break the zip tie on it?
Maybe.
Oh, that was too much, bro. Oh, that thing took off.
I know, I gave it some gas and I felt it just stick, and I was like, oh, that should be enough to start it. I guess it was a little too much.
Oh, because it goes with the gas?
Yeah, the gas just stuck. Yeah, it's a centrifugal. It just goes when you start to give it gas. And like the gas just stays. It just stays where you put it.
Oh, I needed that. That's hilarious.
We should probably get going though.
Bro, we're late.
Yeah, we're late to the meet.
Guys.
See you later.
Have fun.
Alright,
See you tomorrow.
Let's see you tomorrow.
Alright guys, so we just made it to the first spot. So what we actually did is, it turns out they're going to a pretty far spot up in the mountains. So on the way over here, we decided just to leave my hatch at my parents' house on the way. And I'm actually just gonna ride with Emilio in the Honda in case we get any runs in tonight. And I didn't plan on racing my hatch anyway, since I'm trying to keep it all ready to go for H day. I just plan on cruising it. So just left it, didn't need to waste the gas, and I figured, like I said, it'd be a
better chance to get some videos for you guys if we run into anyone. So they just called the spot. Everyone's heading out right now, and
There's a lot.
yeah,
of people out here.
yeah, there's a lot out tonight. But once
There's 1,000 people, dude.
there's a lot. But yeah, we're just waiting for everyone to clear out, and then we'll be on our way. You ready to take on the Honda?
Oh, I'm ready. I've been ready. I've been practicing. It's that third to fourth I've been practicing real bad.
Oh yeah.
I get it.
In his stock motor STI
Stock motor STI.
with
didn't get
full
it.
bolt-ons though.
Hey, yeah. I just raced another STI, claimed 420 horsepower, and I
420, nah.
Ate him up.
Hell yeah.
Oh, you ate up another one that claimed
Oh, yeah,
made
he
420?
said he had 420 and then
He's a cannibal.
430, and
And so you were saying 420, nah, too.
yeah.
As you were going by him.
No,
He's
yeah.
like 420, nah.
No, no brake moves, no nothing. Right by him. So we'll see. I'm moving fast though. I'm moving real fast.
She gets it. She gets it.
Bro, you gotta do a pull through the tunnel.
Do it.
That was sick.
Probably like 15 grand.
What?
15 grand.
15 grand.
To make 400 horsepower is what he.
Yeah.
You know how many motors I could put in there for 15 grand?
Oh, I know.
That's about 15 grand.
It's internals, it's everything.
It's turned down.
Well,
I need a bigger turbo. Honestly, it's a 20G. It was Boost Lab out of Florida. Yeah. It's not a big turbo.
It looks good.
If I put
Yeah, it looks sick.
I can get some power.
Right when we enter the tunnel, you hit it. That was sick. Not today, Russ.
1, 2, 3.
Just took out a whole squad of
That was
Evos.
their whole squad of Evo.
Bye, Evos. It's fun playing with y'all. Just got home, had a great time at the meets, even though we didn't take the hatch all the way out there. We got some really good runs in the Honda, which definitely made up for it. And besides, the hatch is on these tiny little tires, so she can't really do much on the streets right now. Anyways, she would just be spinning like crazy. But yeah, had an awesome time, and just getting home, looking at Wago's engine bay once again. Just can't express how happy I am with how this came out. Came out so good for just being rattle canned. Like I said, there's a couple spots that I think need just a little bit more clear, but overall I am extremely happy with it. I still have to get this front piece painted as well, but I'll be doing that tomorrow since I ran out of clear, like I said. So I'll be getting some more stuff to finish it all up. And then once we get the transmission in and the other mounts come in, we can get the motor put together and get it hung up in the car and see how she fits. But it's gonna be it for tonight, guys. Hope you enjoyed, and as always, thanks for watching.